Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm doing fine here at my own. This is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand. We can do something fun here. Silvery Eye can net us nectars outside the forest, which makes us able to... It makes us able to do something where we prioritize forest and prioritize grasslands and the wetland stuff. We could, for example, go with this guy in the grasslands, and then we can try to make something fun happen in the wetlands. For example, with the peregrine falcon as the first thing there, while we're looking for more cards to play here. What's in the bird tray? Not great cards for a forest skip in the bird tray, but I have hopes we can get something out of it. Dark Eye Junco could also be a good supplement to such a strategy, giving us even more food out of the grasslands. But they are gonna eat up a lot of cards, which might be a little bit expensive for us, since we don't have additional card draw outside getting to the second column here. So I much rather want to keep. I much rather want to take a little bit more food into the game here than to take the Junco, I think. Then again, we are gonna have enough food to play the Silvery Eye and the Peregrine Falcon after one activation of this guy, and after that we need something we know we want to play, and I don't think that it's either of these birds. So yeah, let's try this and see where we are heading with that. Chimney Swift could be working for Food Web Expert, but I don't really love these migratory birds outside the base game, so I'm gonna let that be in the tray. Question is, which one of those do we take? I guess we can take Forest Data Analyst. Maybe we play the Junco there instead. And since we are ignoring Forest, or that's their initial plan, we can very much spend the forest as a place to just build up for the fun of it. Let's try this and see where it lands us. Usually I like to start by playing the bird I plan to play in the wetlands first, in case something pops up in the tray that I really want. Then we can get two instead of just one. But this time we have to play the other habitat first, so we have enough food to play both of them. If we don't do that, then we don't have access to anything where we can get additional food without sacrificing cards for here. So we are only getting one food a turn, but we are that food is nectar, and we're also getting 2 eggs as a part of that thing. So the first 2 birds we draw here are not gonna complement the idea we have. Peaceful Dove is basically the opposite of what we are doing with the Silvery Eye here. This is a bird we can put into the forest, where we can transform grains into eggs and thereby ignore the grasslands. It's not the kind of thing I want to do, not the kind of direction I want to take our engine here in. And the Eastern Whipbird is another way to gain grains. I guess both of these birds together is kind of not the worst thing in the world. So we might want to consider doing that if the opponent would entice us to it. Superb Lyrebird could also be a decent thing. Peaceful Dove is gonna lay eggs in the correct nest type for the final round and goal, and that's the only thing we care about for that. We very much could do a early 3 points here. That makes it really easy for us to also get the 5 and 8 points. So we might consider to hop off here and jump off here, but I want to look at a little bit more of the cards that are going to be available for us, before we make that decision. We would want to have at least one more. I would like to have a source of a little bit more card draw before we formulate our plan, just so we know what we should be looking out for here. So, did we get it? Not really, and now we need to start making proper choices here. And I think the proper choice I'm going to make is we are gonna sacrifice our early game plan where we are ignoring the forest, and we're gonna go into the forest instead. While doing that, I am going to pick up 2 more eggs to the silvery eye here, just because I want to make sure we're winning these 4 points. I don't think at a 4 egg lead the opponent can catch me, and oh my god, they have a main duck. Okay, so the opponent are probably going to go for a really high tuck synergy now, because they have a really good bird here, and they also have a bronze cowbird, so they gain eggs every time we go to the grasslands. And yeah, all of this, both the bronze cowbird and the fact that they are gonna go a heavy tuck thing, entices me not to activate a silver eye in our grasslands. So yeah, we should very much go here instead. And ideally we'd play out the dark eye junko, but we can't do that. So I don't think this guy is gonna see play this game, because we need to start here with our nectar here. It's a little bit shame, but with this play here we can make sure that the opponent gets a lot less utility out of what they had hoped compared to what they can. Griffin Vulture can be good for us. We already planned not to do anything more in the grasslands, and this guy is currently, for us, he is an 8-pointer that can also gain one point every round and goal, based on how many predators we have. So in itself, he's a 1-pointer, but we can also pick up either the Eurasian Sparrowhawk or Eurasian Hobby, and he will enable all of these birds to be worth a lot more. We already can consider playing the Barred Owl and the Brown Falcon we haven't had for such a thing. And they could be 2 birds, just really helpful for us to get through here. We don't need them to do very awesome stuff, because they will also help us get to the third food dice. And as long as they can get us additional points every now and then, they should contribute at least a little bit. They are not my favorite birds for points, but they are here now, and they don't require as much setup. So I think I will consider picking up the Griffin Vulture and the Eurasian Sparrowhawk here. This is a way to get rid of some of the cards we can't play anymore because of the constraints we put ourselves in. And yeah, the Eurasian Hobby is also interesting. No, it's not. I was thinking maybe sack the silver out to it so we get one more predator trigger, but I don't think that's gonna be helpful. So yeah, we decided against doing that. I usually don't like these birds. They are worth too little for me to actually, because they also cost the card they replace. So when you have a 0-pointer, you're still gaining 5 points on a 0-pointer, but you're losing the nest type, you're losing all the eggs on it, you're losing cards tucked to it, and you're only gaining 5 points. You should be doing 7 points play instead. Just play a 9-point bird. That's much better. So yeah. Okay, now we need to find out what the next bird in line here is going to be, and I think that's going to be the Eastern Whip bird. It's going to help us get grains we can use to the Peaceful Dove, and it's going to help us also to skip this time. It's also going to help us to gain more food in general. So the third food is gonna help us get further along faster. So we do this and that. We don't need to sack foods for eggs for a while, but when we do, we are ready here. And then the question is, do we just play the sparrowhawk, the owl, and the brown falcon and round out this entire habitat? I think that might be a plan. So let's do that. Just make this griffin vulture be worth a lot really fast, and we are gonna sack the European honey buzzard here, as it is not a part of my plan with how to fill out the habitat. And then we have the barred owl and the griffin vulture left, and one more cube before we have 3 cubes left. We can play the barred owl. We need to play the brown falcon. Yes. Okay. And we also need to play the griffin vulture, and we need a spare egg because we only have 2. Costs 2 eggs here. Costs 1 egg here. So we need to sack a card here. No, we don't, because we're getting a grain from here. So we don't need to sack a card because we only need the food to play the brown falcon, right? Yes, you're slightly larger. So take these foods, get the grain there, sack that grain for an egg, and then we play this guy and that guy. And we should have a decent setup for our griffin vulture. And next turn we will try to get some more grains, get the barred owl out in play, and we should have a good time. And hopefully we messed up the opponent's plans. They probably thought they could get a lot of free eggs and food from our silvery eye activations, forcing and utilizing that to play a main duck and fill out a wetlands engine. But instead they have just gotten stuck in their own tracks and almost done nothing. American Red Start is one of my favorite cards to start with because it gives you another food dice, but yeah, it doesn't fit the remaining plan here. We need to play out the barred owl so the griffin vulture can get more points, and we can get more food online. Okay, let's take the grain here, since it's another egg, and I'm just gonna take the maximum amount of eggs this turn, and then we can play out the barred owl, and we then need to just look at more cards we want to pick up and play here. Plains Wanderer could pick us up 3 more bonus cards to choose from. That's not a horrible thing to do, so I will take that. And at least that's one card I don't mind playing. South Island Robin is not something I want to play at this part of the game, and I would much rather have the little penguin in hand, but that was not in the cards for us this day. Okay, eat these eggs, and now the entire forest is online. Usually I don't prioritize playing out stuff like the barred owl and the brown falcon because they aren't worth that many points. But in this forest engine we have here, we want to get up to 4 dice fast because we are spending a lot of our egg or food to gain eggs instead. And then we need to play cheap birds. Also, we spent a few turns in the early game setting up a part of an engine that we didn't really intend to use down the line. So we need to get 4 dice ASAP, and these cheap birds that have synergy pieces with our other birds and finishes off with bonus cards are worth it this time instead of waiting for better birds down the line. American Red Start would have been awesome, but it just came up as an option way too late. But anyways, let's play the Plains Wanderer and find out what our next bonus card is going to be. And we don't really have awesome thing here, but we got at least 2 nectars, so we can we can get 2 more eggs here at the peaceful dove. Lay those. That means we can play 1 more bird here, 1 more bird here, 1 more bird here, without going to the forest more, except for food, that is. So, what bonus cards do we have here? Rododentalist, are you joking? 8 points out of the bag, and we can even play the loggerhead shriek if we so want. I mean, this is already more points than we can possibly get from these two, so that's just a give me. And since we already have predator synergies, I guess we should just go on the hunt for more predators. There is nothing benefiting me for going here now compared to later, so I'm not too crazy about playing this guy out just now. Then again, what else? I'm also not crazy about pulling the 2 random cards up from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take food so we are able to play this guy next turn if we so choose and want. And in the meantime, I'm going to pick up some random food here. Okay, we could have gotten that guy out of the top. That would have been awesome. And then we're just going to lay some eggs, just so we are prepared for next turn here. We are also gonna take 4 more caged rodents on our griffin vulture. And next turn we are hopefully gonna see some cards we want in the tray. Not really, but I guess the magpie lark can be a free intermission bird for us to play. It's a 5-point bird that kind of reimburses the action for it being played, as long as you can keep enough eggs in the forest. So and you don't fill out the grasslands. So it's kind of a free play a bird action, but we also need to pick it up. Snow bunting. Snow bunting. Do I love the snow bunting or do I not love it? I think it's a little bit too late for that guy to have an actual impact. Could play the magpie lark, and we probably should, because it's a free play a bird action. We do need to go back to the forest at least once anyway. And it would let us have the eggs in the peaceful dove and spend them after the round and goal is counted up. So that's at least one cute interaction to be aware of. And yeah, the opponent has the egg capacity to beat us on it if they choose to spend their energy doing that, but I don't think that that's in the game for them. A cute thing to discover here is that this looks like we have that different colors in the grasslands bonus card, but we don't. So if we want to play this guy or this guy for free at the end of the round, they are worth the same amount of points there. We need some more food. We need some more eggs here. I'm gonna just go on the lookout for one more card that we might consider playing instead. Wrybill is actually really good here potentially, but we don't have enough. We don't have enough turns to do everything we want to do. Because if you play this guy, then there won't be... No, wait, we do have enough turns for everything, because we did play the magpie lark. I forgot we did that. So we can go here, play the Wrybill, and still have enough cards left in or food left in the bank to play either the bunting or the loggerhead shriek, dependent on what kind of bonus card this guy picks up for us. Love that. So we are gonna we already have most of the food we only need to hit at least one more egg. So thank you. Actually, I don't think we even needed that, because the Eastern Whipbird will also give us a guaranteed grain here. I'm gonna take and convert those foods into points for us here, and play out the Wrybill for an egg, and we are gonna get a look at the bonus cards here. And they are guaranteed not giving us any points. That's stupid. I guess in theory we could play. No, because we can't play the pie build grab out of the magpie lock. We can get one more closer to the backup border. That doesn't help. Enclosure builder. That doesn't help. I guess we could play Food Web Expert and take the South Ellenbron Robin, but why would we take 3 points when we can take 5 points? So yeah, that was a major disappointment. I'm gonna just take Enclosure Builder. No, I'm gonna take Fisher Manager here, just in case we have a tiny chance of the opponent randomly gifting us a card on their turn that we can play at the end of the game. They did not, but there was a tiny minuscule possibility that they would have given us the wooden stork or something, and we would have had we would have had enough food to play the wooden stork. But alas, that didn't happen. Oh, don't skip. We want to play. Let's play the Loggerhead Shriek here. Yes. Because the bunting will cost us more food since we don't have the correct food for it. Okay, not the luckiest game we have ever had, but we also need to be able to maneuver when we don't have luck on our side. So let's see how we did here. I think we made the correct choices we could make with the information we had available to us. I just think we maybe spent a little bit too many turns in the early game spending actions just drawing cards where we didn't really have any indication that we were going to draw some good cards. So yeah, 116, that's below average for me. I usually average somewhere around 116, 120, so maybe not below average, but in the lower average of what I would expect. But yeah, we could easily have gotten, for example, if we had etymologist here, we could have gotten 10 more points instead of 0 points from this bonus card we drew at the end of the game. And we shouldn't complain. We got the Rododentalist, so we have average 18 points on 3 bonus cards. We shouldn't complain about that. That's 6 points average. That's basically what you at most can expect from a bonus card. So we shouldn't complain about that. But we had 4 chances at hitting bonus cards here. I mean, we should have remembered what we discarded on the Plains Wanderer, so and what we discarded in our own opening hand. So thinking about that makes me realize that playing the Wrybill probably wasn't that good of a play in hindsight. But I mean, it's always fun to look at a lot of bonus cards. But yeah. You should be a little bit more aware than I was at which bonus card you discard, because of the possibility of Wrybill comes and lets you be able to pick it up again. And when I saw 4 bonus cards here, I just thought like, oh, that means the opponent has discarded multiple bonus cards. And yeah, they didn't. I discarded multiple bonus cards, so that's and I just didn't remember them. That's on me. I should have remembered discarding a lot of bonus cards, and I should have realized that I didn't have a tough choice, so they probably wouldn't have been good for me this time either. Would it had made a lot of difference if we had played the Snow Bunting instead of the Wrybill? That's a decent question. I mean, we did know that the opponent had the main duck and probably went for a heavy tuck game. So we played this guy second to last turn, so we probably could have gotten one or two tucks out of this guy, since the opponent is after us in the turn order. So it has a higher base point. It can get us additional points from free tucks. We probably should have played the bunting over the Wrybill, but yeah, I was keeping it in hand to maybe play it here, but it would have been the same point as a loghead shriek, so why would I play it here rather than play this guy out there? As they say, you live and learn, and hopefully you guys also learn about me debating my mistakes in the game. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Harbinger playing Wingspan, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!